Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into the sources covering Google Fiber today. And our mission really is to figure out this kind of paradox. How can a product have, near perfect performance, but at the same time generate this huge wave of customer service complaints? We want to separate the dream of the tech from the messy reality of the infrastructure for you.
And that performance stream is, well, it's pretty compelling. The sources all point to the core appeal: symmetrical gigabit speeds. So you're getting 1 gig down, sure, but also 1 gig up. That's the game changer. Most cable, you're stuck with, like you said, almost Stone Age uploads. Fiber turns that completely on its head.
Yeah, and the pricing really leans into that dream scenario too. It's honestly disruptive, especially in this industry, known for tricky bills and fees. I mean, we're talking 1 gig for $70 a month, flat. Or you can go wild, 8 gigs for $150. And critically, no data caps, no equipment fees, installations free. It feels like it's designed to shake things up, not necessarily just make a quick buck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you connect that pricing to the actual capacity,
Hmm.
the speeds are almost unhinged. They've apparently tested 20 gig service. And even the standard 8 gig offering, it's described as beautiful overkill. You could practically run a small data center from your house.
No.
But maybe more important than just raw speed is the latency. Sources keep mentioning 13 milliseconds.
Okay, hold on. For someone listening, why does that number 13 milliseconds latency, why does that actually matter more than, say, the huge 8 gig speed number?
Right. That 13 milliseconds basically means zero delay, or, well, virtually zero delay. So if you're a competitive gamer, okay, that's obvious. But more practically, real-time remote work. Think video editing, massive file transfers, maybe complex conferencing. That low latency makes it seamless. Without it, constant frustration. So the sources agree, technologically, it's functionally perfect.
Functionally perfect tech, but, and this is a huge, but the sources hammer home.
Yeah.
The availability. It's like the plot twist nobody wanted. They're only in what, roughly 40 metro areas across 15 states. So why can't a company like Google, with all its resources, build this out faster? The sources say it's moving at the pace of continental drift.
Well, that really gets to the core difference here. Laying fiber isn't like coding software.
Yeah.
It means physically digging trenches. It means dealing with complicated city permits, utility right-of-way negotiations. It's block by block, city by city. Each one is its own legal and physical hurdle. So the slow pace, it's not really about money. It's the hard, grinding reality of building physical infrastructure. And historically, that hasn't been Google's main focus. It's a utility business, fundamentally different from software.
Right. So that explains this bizarre split we see in the user feedback. When the service is actually up and running, people seem to love it, like writing love letters about the speed and reliability, but just getting the service installed. That's where everything seems to fall apart. The customer service experience sounds like a nightmare. We'll get back to you never, as one source put it.
Exactly. It seems like Google views fiber more as a strategic tool, to pressure other ISPs, maybe, rather than a core profit center. So they neglect the expensive, low-margin, customer-facing stuff. And yet, the sources are absolutely packed with installation horror stories. People waiting months for an appointment, only to have it canceled last minute, no notice. Or worse, documented cases where installers actually damaged property, cutting sprinkler lines, severing existing cable lines, that kind of thing.
Wait, hang on. They offer service that can run a data center, but they might hit your sprinkler system during install.
Oh, that contrast is just, wow. It perfectly shows that clash, right, between the brilliant tech team and the failing operations on the ground. That optional profit margin seems to translate directly into optional customer service.
That's basically the core takeaway from the sources. Yeah, the product folks delivered something amazing, but the operations side just hasn't kept up.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the final word for you, the listener? The conclusion from all this seems pretty clear. If Google Fiber is actually available at your address right now, and you genuinely need that kind of serious, reliable speed, maybe for content creation, heavy remote work, it really does seem like one of the best deals out there today.
Yeah, it's hard to beat if you can get it. But conversely, if it's not available where you live, don't hold your breath. The expansion timeline suggests waiting is probably futile for most people right now, but there's a fascinating bigger picture here too. It's a case study, really. What happens when a tech giant, flush with cash from ads, jumps into a physical utility market? It kind of decides profit margins are optional. It shows they can force competitors to improve to speed up. But their own lack of deep focus on the messy infrastructure side, it stops them from truly dominating the market themselves. And that tension, that friction point, that's what's shaping things for consumers down the road.